Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more City Skylines content. We're over by the university in the city of New Lancaster, an East Coast Canadian themed city that we're kind of building with some help with people, with viewers like you. So we're starting over by the university today because there's a few things I want to do. I want to increase the residential around over here. And I want to do something with the subway because I'm not really liking how the subway is right now, but I really like how it's elevated, so I want to kind of keep it like that. So if this is your first time on the channel, this is New Lancaster. It is an East Coast Canadian themed city. Definitely the biggest city on the East Coast of Canada. So in this episode, we'll be working on in the university, and if we have time, I'm going to try to start the port. Now, this map doesn't have the best port possibilities without using mods to redraw the shipping routes, because the shipping routes right now kind of come from over here and they go this way. So this is a perfect port area, but I've tested it out and you can't get a port in here because the shipping routes, it doesn't like connecting to the shipping routes. So I'm thinking we kind of build a port along this highway, but that's going to be quite the move. So we'll see if that actually plays out, but otherwise, we'll see. So we're over by the university, and in order to level up, we just need a few more students. So I think before we get going on the subway, I'm going to run a bus that goes out into the suburbs from here. So we already have a bus line in this way, so we might as well just add another. And let's just throw... there it is, create new line. Okay, so I want this bus to go up here. Let's add a stop there. And then I want it to continue up this way. Let's say there. Then I want it to come along this route. So we'll add a stop there just to force it along. And then we're going to take this bridge and we're just going to go right into the city. Let's see if we can get a stop. Yeah, right there works. Perfect. Then we're going to continue following this bridge. We'll get one stop right out here. And then we're into Umber, which is the suburbs. So we're just going to add some stops where we already have bus stops. And this is going to go... Oh, we don't have a bus stop out this way. Okay, well... We'll get a bus stop there, and then it's going to go over to here. And then it's going to go into the terminal here. And then we're going to come back. Over to here. And we're just going to retrace our steps, pretty much. So this is going to be kind of like an express route for any suburban university goers. Pretty easy to get from that bus hub all the way down to over here. So okay, let's get a bus stop there, and we're outside of the high school, and we're just going to continue along. Now there will be a video in the coming weeks about a complete transit overhaul for this city, but we're not ready for that yet because I want to kind of finish off a lot of the city first. I think we can just finish it off just like that. All right. So now that we have that bus line, one thing we can do is we can name it. So I think, okay, it's bus line 26. So let's change the color of it. I don't know. And suburbs. Perfect. And so there's 25 buses. Now I'm not sure we need that many. So I'm just going to bump it down to 15. There we go. And we'll see how many people use it. All right, so now that that's done, this is the next thing I want to do. So while we were doing that, the residential demand went up, which is great. But I'm going to pause the game because I want to delete most of this. All right. Now, the idea, I think, is going to be to get it underneath the road, but to make the road elevated. So we're just going to delete all this until about there. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Okay. And then we're going to go out of this mode right now. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to kind of follow this path. Now I want to stay relatively low for a little bit of it, kind of making like a trench, so we can build roads over top of this. So let's do it to about there, and then you know what, we'll just do that the entire way. Ooh. All right, and then we're gonna curve like so, and then just like that. And we're going to connect in. Okay, now that we have this, now we need to obviously make it look nicer. So that's what we're going to start off with. So here's the first node. Let's raise that up. All right, and probably before we do that, we should make this road elevated. So this is a grass-lined road. It's a one-way road. Don't forget that. And we're going to make it elevated. And we're going to switch it out like that. All right, well, it's not really grass lined, but that's fine. Let's do that then. This is on the ground. There we go. Okay, that works. So now the subway can travel underneath the bridge, but we're going to need to manipulate this a bit more. So we're going to use move it, and we're just going to grab that node, and this node, and we're just going to raise it up just a bit. We didn't grab that node, but that's fine. We'll raise that up just a bit as well. That's definitely not enough clearance, but I don't want the road to look too weird. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this one, including these ones. And we're going to raise that up. All right, let's stop with that. And I noticed that this node is really close, so we're just, oh no, undo that. We're just gonna grab that node and we're just going to stretch it back. And we're gonna make this one a bit wider. Okay, so now we just need to move these two. Oops, whoa. All right, and then we'll actually work on the subway itself. We're just going to do that and lower this one. All right. And I think from here, we're going to select that node, this node, and we're going to make it a smooth slope. All right. Didn't really do much, but I will continue to fool around with that. So we're just going to do a bit more maneuvering here. There we go. Now I'm not sure if that's enough clearance, so we'll have to wait to see if a subway comes by, but I think that'll be enough clearance. Just gonna drag that out a bit. All right, so that looks pretty good. It's pretty straight. And then this goes right underneath the ground over here. So let's try to grab the node that is connected to that bridge, or that tunnel, sorry. So it's always easier to find when you're in the underground mode. All right, so I'm just gonna do that, and I'm gonna lower it. Perfect. So the subway comes out over here, curves around, then it goes underneath the bridge here, and it doesn't look like it's enough. Okay, so we're gonna need to lower it. Just gonna grab those. And that should probably be enough. And we'll need to lower these two a bit. Didn't click them both. There we go. I think that is going to work. So let's see, first of all, if the subway line reconnects itself. Which it should. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, let's go to a slower speed, and I missed that train, darn. Alright, and it looks like it clears. So that's good. Tight squeeze. So let's maybe lower it just a touch more. And we'll just lower that. Sure, that works. Yeah, awesome, okay. There's a lot of clearance. Oh, not a lot. So I'm just gonna grab that one. That one. And this one, and we're just going to do just a very slight touch up. All right. So now that we have that in place, it kind of looks a bit more realistic as to why we brought it above ground in the first place. I notice that this node is a bit high, so I'm just going to lower that a bit. All right, hopefully people use this as much as we like them to. Awesome, okay, looks nice. So while that happened, we didn't get any more students, so that's a bit unfortunate. But one thing we can do to help that out is we can build more residential. So we're going to continue this district out over here. So I think I'm just going to drag it out all the way over this way. And now that we have this as a trench, we can build over top of it with some normal roads. Let's use these asymmetrical ones. And we're going to build a road connection right into there. Ah, darn. Now I hope that is tall enough, but we will fix it at a later date if it's not. We're going to collect both of those, and we're going to bring it to that height. Not sure if that worked, but oh well. So now that we're over here, we can get normal roads on the ground, and we can do something like this. Yeah, that works. Maybe let's redo that with a bit of a curve. I don't suspect much traffic will come out this way, so I don't mind doing a four-way stop. And then this is going to, so the university I think is going to stretch out mostly over this way. So I don't mind building my residential over this way. Okay. So let's get a bit of a curve right here. And you know what? No, I'm not going to start with that road. Let's find, there we go. All right, let's take it to about there. And let's make a small grid. Not much. Okay, and then we're going to take the free-formed road, and we are just going to connect up to these. So I'm just gonna bring this one out just a bit more. How about curve? No, freeform. Okay. Right to there, and then continue along to there, and that's probably too far. Okay. So let's delete that, and then we'll bring this in on a straight road, just to there, connect it up, and we'll connect these up. Awesome. And let's get a road down like this, and then that's where we'll connect it up with the asymmetrical road. I mean, it doesn't really need to do that. Alrighty, and I don't think we need to go out that way, but we'll leave that open for now. Alright, so this is pretty good. It's a good residential expansion. Let's bring a little road connection there, and let's get a cul-de-sac in right there. Okay, so we'll use this as kind of like the limit of the university, but I think a road here might be good to connect up. I'm trying to think, because we probably will need another road at some point over this way, but it'll probably be one of these university roads. So let's do that. Let's just drag that out to here, and then we'll connect up. Sure, we'll use this one, and we're just going to use the curved road tool, and we're just going to curve in. No, we're just going to go straight actually to about there, and then we're going to curve into there. Awesome. Now we're going to use the curved road tool. Perfect. So that'd be an easy way for the students to get from this area to campus. So let's make sure that's all in the same district. That's in the airport district. So maybe we should just do this instead. All right. So now that we have that, we're probably going to need a few things. So I noticed that our schooling isn't doing that great. And there's no schools over here, but it's not supposed to be like, it's kind of like university housing in a way, but I think we're probably going to still need to build at least an elementary school out this way. So we're just going to zone in along here, and in here for sure. I think I'm going to hold off zoning in on that side. And I don't think we're going to need any commercial or anything. So we already have commercial out this way. Sure, let's zone in residential to about here. We'll see what comes of it. We might have to delete. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to preemptively do this because I'm not sure it's going to like this. We can probably zone in to about here, but we're definitely going to need to take that out. And we'll see if... Oh, this is a good example. Okay. Speed it up. Yeah, it looks a bit stupid. All right, let's take off just that one right there. Sorry, people who just moved in. But okay, so that should hopefully bring a few more resident students to the area. But before, we still need services, so let's just pop up this. So there is healthcare over here. I think I'm gonna move it to right here. And then we need, is there police? Oh, this is fire. So there is fire coverage. That's good. Is there police coverage? There kind of is. All right, we'll leave it. But we definitely need an elementary school in somewhere. So let's put that down down in here somewhere. All right, elementary school, and then we'll get a playground for the kids. Where is that again? Just don't want that on. Okay, and we'll get the playground right there. All right, so hopefully that helps out this little area here, and we'll come back to it soon. So it's really unfortunate that this didn't level up, but that's fine. So I was thinking the port could go out along here, but it's going to be quite the work to do that. So I think what we're going to need to do at least is we're going to need to bring in a highway connection into here. But then again, it's not that far. But it would be quite the shortcut. So that would be a little difficult to do, but that's totally fine. Because if we come in, I'll show you guys what the issue is. So we come into this area, we go to that tab. So we need to build these, and I mean, technically we can definitely build here because of the red little dots that are connecting to the yellow dots. We can technically build the port all out this way, but this is pretty elevated. It's a little weird. Oh, I gotta get water out this way. Oh geez, just missed that little bit. All right, so this is pretty elevated, so I didn't want to build it in there. We could technically build the port into here, but I wasn't really sure about how that would look with the city itself being there. But then once we start getting to a bit there, these islands get in the way. And I want to use these islands because I think they're really cool. I was thinking about taking these ones out and then getting the cargo ship, or not the cargo ship, the cruise ship out over here because it's pretty close to downtown. There you go, see, it fits. But the cargo stuff I wasn't sure because over here this way we have a fort that I need to make into a park at some point. But then we're getting pretty far out of the city. So I figured this is probably the best spot for it. But also it's kind of not, you know? I suppose we could, well, that's the university now. I was really disappointed that there wasn't like a line into here. I think this would make a really cool area for a port. But I also think this would be pretty neat. It's kind of sheltered from a lot of the big waves with these islands. So we could make a breakwater and get it to work. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to buy this tile. And we will see what we can do with this. So we still have some time in today's episode. So I'm just going to kind of maybe plan it out just a bit. Looking at the terrain and everything. And we are losing money, so that's why I want to also build the port. So if we go to here, we are losing a bit of money. I was thinking about raising taxes again, but I don't really want to raise them that much. So maybe let's just raise taxes on high density. And that should really fix our issue anyways. So no issue at all. So we're going to need to level this off. And this highway interchange is going to be like one big one for this port itself, because I'm not planning on building much out this way. But I think the real thing, the real challenge would be if we were building a highway connection from here into here. It would probably connect up right here and then go over this way across these islands and into here. So I think if we are doing that, it's gonna be the next episode. If we're not doing that, then probably gonna wait for a bit. But I think this is gonna be pretty cool if we end up trying this out. So let's start by leveling off the land. So it is pretty high off the water too. I wonder if I can get a mod that I can draw these yellow lines. I wonder if I can get it to draw in this way. It'd be quite the traffic area right there though. You know what, let's just make it the challenge and we will choose a new terrain height for the area. And let's choose that one. How does that look close to the water? Yeah, it's gonna flood for a bit, but it'll level out. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Okay, so let's level off some of this terrain. Let's turn up the brush size just a bit. It's probably the extent of where we're going to be building in the port. All right, so this is going to be quite the build here. So I think we're going to start off with dealing with the highway. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to probably lower the highway so that it kind of dips to this level. So why don't we start with that? From about, I don't know, this node. I have a bit of an easier way to do this. Okay, so we're just going to draw a small road right there, and then we can grab, move it, and I think with this marquee selection, yeah, this might be a bit difficult. Okay, so I'm just going to take off everything. I just want nodes, and we're going to do Control H to that height. Let's see what happened. Yeah, okay, great. That actually worked pretty good. And then we'll just level off the terrain. All right, and then we'll just fix up this little area. And then from this node, we're just gonna kind of go back a few, and we're gonna say make it a smooth slope. There we go. And then same thing. So from that node to this node to this node, this one and this one, we're going to make it a smooth slope. And it looks like we need to lower one of these a bit. All right, let's just do this one by hand slightly. All right, then we'll just level off this little area as well. All right. Well, I was using the smoothing tool, and good thing because I didn't actually want to level it off. The smoothing tool is what we wanted. And then we need to do the side as well. So this needs to lower. Cool. And then from that node to this one, to that one, let's add one more. Okay, that was 4, and then we're going to do slope objects. And then same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slope objects, and then back to the smoothing tool. We're just going to smooth that out. All right, so now that that is done, we kind of have a clear idea of what is going to be the port area. We're probably going to need to cut into this mountain when we make the main interchange into the port. And then we're probably going to extend it out just a bit more too. I think that's a good height we picked, and this is going to probably be the most challenging part, is building this connection, this highway connection up. So I think we're probably going to have to take it off of this area right here, and then swing it over this way. So we'll see if I choose to just make the interchanges off camera, because those are a little slower. Maybe I'll speed them up for you guys. So I hope you liked this video. And if you did, let me know. And hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Peace out, everyone.